Hello friends, welcome to my class. Now I am going to explain the proof of the cosine law. By using this cosine law, already we proved that the dot product of the vectors. Okay, in this lecture we are going to prove the cosine law. According to mathematics, okay, there are cosine laws, that is cos alpha, cos beta and cos gamma can be found that from the equilateral triangle. Let us consider A, B, C are the equal sides, and angle between the two sides, that is alpha, beta and gamma. So there is cos alpha is there. To find this angle we should know three sides of the triangle, like b square plus c square minus a square by 2bc. How can we write it as? So this is adjacent sides. This is the side which is opposite to the angle alpha. Opposite, so that we have to take here minus a or minus a square. And remaining adjacent, that is b square plus c square upon 2 times of bc. The same way, okay, beta is the angle which is opposite to side b. Opposite to side b. Okay, in the same way, gamma which is opposite to side c minus c square. Like this are there, that is cosine laws according to mathematics. So here we are going to prove the cosine law by adding up the two vectors. By adding up the two vectors, that we are going to see. Let us consider a vector a bar and another vector is b bar. A vector is added to b vector. A vector is added to b vector with respect to head and tail method. Then a resultant vector will be formed. A result vector will be formed, that is r bar. Yes, that is r bar. Okay. Yes. And this can be written as a bar plus b bar minus r bar equal to 0. Yes. Resultant vector is related to direction. The direction will be changes. Direction will be changes if it is minus r bar. Okay, and this is the direction. And this minus r bar, I am considering it as a bar plus b bar plus c bar equal to 0. Okay. So how can we say from this expression the sum of the all the vectors equal to 0? Okay, so there is 0, nothing but what? No angle is created. No angle cannot be created between the two vectors. Yes. Okay, this is a head tail, no angle will be made. This is head and tail, no angle is made. This is head and tail, this is head and tail, this is no angle is made if it is c bar vector. Okay, to make the angle between the two vectors we should follow the parallel shift of the vectors. A bar is the parallel shift of the vector, or a bar vector is extended, and then this is, let us consider alpha, beta and gamma. Then this is the angle which is made between a bar and b bar, that is 180 minus gamma. Yes, this is total is how much? 180, and there is minus gamma from here to here, 180 minus gamma. By extending this b bar vector we can find this angle, that is 180 minus alpha. The same way, similarly, by extending this c bar vector, this angle we can find, that is 180 minus beta. Clear? By using this angle between the two vectors we are going to prove the cos alpha, cos beta and cos gamma. Let us try to prove it. Okay, now I am writing from this expression, that is a bar. To prove this first one we should get the minus a bar square, nothing but this side must be comes out as a minus. So that from this expression I am writing it as b bar plus c bar equal to minus a bar, because there is a minus. Okay, and I'm applying mod on both sides. We can write like this, on square on both sides. Okay, from that we can write it as mod b bar square plus mod c bar square plus 2 mod b bar mod c bar times cos. Yes, what is the angle between these two, mod b bar and mod c bar? Mod b bar and mod c bar nothing but what? Magnitude of b vector and magnitude of c vectors. So this is the magnitude and this is the magnitude. So this angle is this one we have to take, that is my cos 180 minus alpha equal to mod a bar square. Okay, so we know that cos 180 minus alpha, that is minus cos alpha, which is in the form of cos 180 minus theta minus cos theta. So mod b bar square nothing but b square plus c square. Okay, this is cos 180 minus alpha minus cos alpha. I am writing it as 2 into bc cos alpha equal to a square. So from this we can write b square plus c square minus 2bc cos alpha is equal to a square root of. So we can find the side of any triangle from this equation. What cosine law tells us? Cosine law, by using this cosine law we can find the side and angle of the any triangle. Side we can find, if you know the two sides we can find the third side. If you know the one angle, we can find the any side. Okay, to find this a side we need to know b side and c side, or side b and side c, and also we should know angle, that is alpha angle. So from this expression we can write it as b square plus c square minus a square divided by 2 into bc equal to cos alpha. Yes or no? So this is the, and this formula and this formula is same. Okay, here we have taken addition of the vector. From the vectors we have proven that the cos alpha. Okay, this is the angle. To know this b and c and the a sides, if you know the three sides we can find this. If you know the three sides we can find this. If you know the three sides we can find this angle. Okay, if you know the three sides of the triangle we can find the one angle. Okay, this is how we can simply use the in the solving of the problems. So to find this cos beta we need to write from this expression as, here minus b is there, so that a bar plus b bar, a bar plus c bar equal to minus b bar. Apply mod and square on both sides and do like this. We will get this expression. To find this cos beta, write from this expression as, and here minus c should come, a bar plus b bar equal to minus c bar. Apply mod on both sides, square on both sides, we will get the answer, that is cos gamma. So this is how we can simply understand the proof of the cosine law by using of addition of the two vectors. Addition of the two vectors. A bar, b bar are added together, the resultant vector has come. From this principle we can simply prove the cosine law, that is cos alpha, cos beta and cos gamma. Thank you so much for watching this video. Now let us see vector product in the next class. Please subscribe my channel for the more updates. Thank you.